Hi, in this video we're going to do back extensions and back rotations, and we're going to see why these exercises often make us feel good. Here's a few vertebrae that have been made slightly bigger, and you can see at the front there's the vertebral body. Now the vertebral body is so big because right in front you have our body's organs, and most of our body weight pulls us forward. And so to bear this weight, the vertebral body has to be so big. The vertebral bodies connect with each other through these intervertebral discs, which are made mainly out of collagen and water. They allow the vertebrae to have quite a lot of mobility with each other, and they absorb shocks. Right behind the vertebral bodies, you have the spinal cord, which is basically a continuation of the brain. It's also protected from behind with what's called the vertebral arch, which is this bone structure which has all of these protrusions coming out of it. We don't need to look so closely at these protrusions, but you can know that in between some of these, what's called vertebral processes, these protrusions, there's joints from one vertebra to the vertebra on top, and etc., and so on and so forth. And so when we're leaning forward, we're going to be putting pressure on our intervertebral discs. Now, you can try and do this by just trying to touch your toes. What you've just done is you've been putting pressure on your intervertebral discs. Now, if we do a back extension, meaning we put our hands on our hips and we move our hips forwards and lean our shoulders back, in this case, we're going to be putting more pressure on these posterior joints. As an exercise, why don't we try and bend our elbows, bend our wrists, and then bend our fingers. And now let's tighten our muscles, and let's keep these muscles tense for about 10 to 15 seconds. Now imagine you had to spend 8 hours in this position, holding these muscles tense. How do your joints feel after 10 seconds? The thing is, we can relax. Joints are made to move. And if we hold them in a static position for a very long time, it can become very uncomfortable. A bit like this example we just did. When it comes to our back, we often lean forward. When we're at work, when we hunch, when we're relaxed, we tend to leave our back hunching forwards, and we don't think so much about sharing the load with our intervertebral discs, with our posterior joints. So something we can do is we can do more back extensions and back rotations, and this will help us share the load and hopefully will make you feel better. The exercises we're going to do today are really cool because we only need a chair, so we can do them at work, we can do them whenever. We're going to first clasp our hands behind the back and we'll pull backwards and downwards. This is going to put an extension in our upper back. Let's hold it for 15 seconds. Awesome. Try and relax the muscles that are on your upper back when doing this exercise so we don't have excess tension in our body. Let's do it one more time. The next exercise we can do is to put our hands behind our head, and we're going to bring our elbows in, so not having too far out. And then we're going to lift our elbows to the ceiling. We're going to do this 10 times. This again is going to put an extension in our upper back. The last exercise we can do is going to be to rotate our arms backward. So we're going to keep our arms straight in front of us, and then we're going to rotate backward like so, and then the other way. We're going to do it 5 times on each side. And as a bonus round, we can do the same thing, but as a sundial. So we're going to imagine there's a wall right next to us. We're going to extend our arm like so, and we'll do it 3 times on each side. I hope these exercises helped you feel good. I'd encourage you, if at all possible, a couple of times per week at work to spend 5 minutes doing the exercises that we've looked at and that you found help you out the most. In the next video, we're going to continue to do exercises to try and feel better in our back. Hope to see you there.